Hello everyone, welcome back. I am by Mooman and today we're back with another introduction video. This one will be to the Cessna 152 and it is a video on the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. As you can see, we have the Cessna 152 here and we are in Alaska. I've been doing some bush flying around Alaska lately and I really love this area. We are at the Nunwalek. If you want to have a look at this airport, it's Kilo Echo Bravo, KEB. And it's got a really nice spot. I believe it's north of the airport, where you have some grizzly bears. I've been really enjoying flying around here. But, going back to the engine, we have the Cessna 152. I do have a livery on, a different one. This is a green livery. I got it from the MSFS Adams.org, I believe. But let's go through the different views. This is the Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 takes you back to the main view. So, let's go through the main instruments. These two here, they're mostly for a VOR, and I'm gonna leave this for a future video that's not an introduction. Basically a video for navigation, you know. The rest of them I should cover, so this is the artificial horizon, this is the airspeed, this is your turn coordinator. As you move, you're gonna see this moving. Your compass, vertical speed, altitude, altimeter. These two, as I said, will be in a future video. You have the clock here. This is your comms panel. This is your transponder. The RPM. This is your light area. This is your pitch trim. As you can see, it's got a visual indicator of where the trim is. You want to leave it around takeoff for takeoff. This is the glare shield brightness. As you hover over, you can kind of see a legend saying what it is, like a description of whatever it is. This is the ignition, and then you have battery and alternator, the primer, parking brake, which is set, fuel, oil temperature, and oil pressure. And this on this side, let's look from this angle. Oof. You have the cabin air and cabin heat. The cabin heat basically throws air from the engine, hot air, into the cabin so it can heat it up. You have the yokes, which you can hide. Just gotta click on the yoke. So, mixture, fully rich, lean, throttle. And the mixture, as you push it in, you make it rich. As you pull it, you make it lean. Down below, you have the fuel shutoff valve. And how do you turn this on? The airplane? So, first thing you want to do is you want to turn on the battery. Alternator goes on. Parking brake is set. And before I forget, you do have the flaps here. But yeah, parking brake is set. You want to make the mixture rich. Let's turn on the beacon. And then you want to prime the engine a couple of times. This will basically allow the engine to catch more easily. And then you hold the key until the engine catches. You give it a little bit of throttle. Let's pull it a little bit, just a scooch. There we go. Then you wait for the pressure to rise and the temperature to rise. And then you can go through the rest. So we are in a runway, so let's turn on the strobe. Landing. Temperature, you should have the temperature right here, as you can see. So I guess we could. We could turn on the veto. Possibly, maybe. I don't see why not. And what I want to show you guys is, let's say you're doing some night flying. This is the dome light. Let's make it night, not you. Let's make it nighttime so you guys can see what it looks like. Can I? I can. Okay, so this is nighttime. This airport doesn't have any illumination. This is the dome light for night flying. This is the difference it makes. So, let's go back to live weather. There we go. Quick thing I really want to cover. If this is your first time flying, you don't have a lot of experience. You just want to get from point A to point B first, like baby steps. There's an assistance you can turn on for auto mixture. Leave that on for your first baby steps. As you kind of learn the aircrafts a little bit better. So the way the mixture works is, the higher your altitude, the leaner you want to make the mixture. You want to pull it, the higher you are. And you can watch it through the RPM. Basically, let's say we're pretty close to sea level. Let's give it throttle. As you can see, the RPM is going up. It's going up. Let's wait until it's stable. Let's wait for it to stabilize. I think it's stable now. So, as you make it lean, you're gonna see after a while, it's gonna start going down. See? That's because it's not a proper mixture. It's way too lean. As we make it rich again, it's going up. So this will happen as you gain altitude. So you're gonna have to make it lean so you can keep the RPM a little bit up. And really, it's really straightforward. This is the temperature, so you can know what the temperature is. And now let's say you want to shut down the aircraft. What's the proper way to shut down an aircraft? You have two options. You can either cut the mixture, you can also use the fuel shutoff valve, and you want to shut down the engine by doing so for one specific reason. Let's go back out. The engine sits right there, and you have fuel going through the engine. If you turn it on like a car, like you just turn the key left, okay, the engine shut off just like a car. You're still gonna have fuel inside the engine. And let's say you start the aircraft like this. The fuel that's inside the engine, it's gonna gunk up and it's gonna mess things up. So it's not like a car that you can just flip the key and call it good. So what you want to do is you want to basically use whatever fuel you still have there, and this way you're not gonna gunk up the engine and cause a mess. So you basically shut off the fuel. Whatever is in there is gonna finish burning. It's gonna finish burning. This is the proper way to do this if you want to do this in a realistic manner. And this is it for an introduction to this Cessna 152. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have flown around Alaska. Such an amazing place to fly in, especially for bush flying. Let me know what aircraft you want to have a look at next. I haven't been flying most of them lately. Not as much the Airbus. There's a project going on where some folks, they're trying to basically make a very realistic Airbus out of the Airbus we have. If you're familiar with X-Plane, they're gonna try to turn the Airbus we have into a similar quality-wise aircraft to the Zebo 737. Yeah, 737. It looks promising. It looks really good so far. So after it's out properly, I think then I'll be flying the Airbus a little bit more. But for now, I'm mostly doing. Kind of thought it was an insect. That was so weird. For now, I'm mostly doing GA, and I cannot wait until they released helicopters. I love flying helicopters. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I really, really appreciate having you guys around. And let me know if you want to see any videos in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys real soon. Until then, stay safe, fly safe. Bye bye.